Hi, this is Scott with eTrailer, and today we're taking a look at and installing our eTrailer Class 3 hitch for our 2025 Genesis GV80. Our eTrailer hitch on our Genesis today is going to be a hidden cross tube design, so most of it's going to be hidden behind the fascia. The only part you're really going to see is just the receiver portion hanging down and your safety chain loops. This is going to be a really nice flat black coating, and it is going to be a really heavy duty powder coat, so it's going to hold up to the elements and scratches, so you're not going to get a bunch of rust on it with use. So you have a Genesis, you know it's a really nice vehicle on the inside, and maybe you don't want to haul a bunch of stuff in the back. Say you go camping and you don't want to have a bunch of dirty gear in the back after you're done camping. So a cargo carrier is going to be a good option for you. It's going to keep all of your gear on the outside, and also maybe you just want to have a little more room to haul some more stuff, so that's going to give you options. A lot of times people that buy Genesis, they really just want to be able to carry their bike racks around and haul their bikes around. So this is going to be a perfect option for that. And you can haul all kinds of different bikes with this one. It's heavy duty enough to where you can haul e-bikes, whatever kind of bikes you need, you want to haul behind, you got it. This hitch is going to have a 2-inch by 2-inch opening, so it's going to accommodate most of your accessories that are on the market today. It's going to have a 5/8 pinhole opening, and that's going to hold any of your accessories in place. Now this one will not come with a pin, but you can take a look at your accessories. Sometimes those will have a pin with them. But another nice option is a locking pin. With those, if you go out bike riding and you go hit the trail, a nice thing to be able to do is lock your accessory onto your receiver. That way, while you're away, nobody can take your bike rack off of the back. As far as safety chain loops, you do have 2 welded on safety chain loops, and they will accommodate either your S-style hook or your Clevis style hook. As far as our measurements go, from the center of the pinhole out to the edge of the bumper, we're looking at right at about 3.5 inches for that. And with that measurement, you'll be able to decide on, say your bike rack folds up, you'll be able to fold that up without making any contact with the back of your vehicle. And from the top of our receiver tube to the ground, we're looking at 13.5 inches. With that, you'll be able to decide if any of your accessories are going to need any rise in the shank as far as your bike racks or your cargo carriers. As far as weights go, it's going to have a tongue weight rating of 900 pounds, and that's going to be the weight pushing down on this portion of the hitch. And that's going to be the combination of your bike rack with your bikes on it, or even your cargo carrier loaded down with all of your gear. As far as gross trailer weight rating, we're looking at 6,000 pounds, and that is going to be the weight of your trailer and everything that you have on it. So if you plan on installing this hitch, or you do have it installed already, feel free to leave any comments or questions below in the comments. As far as installation goes, it is pretty straightforward, and it isn't really too hard to do. But if it's something you don't have time to do yourself, you can always take a look at our dealer locator and get something installed locally for you. If you feel like doing it yourself, stick around, watch our video, and we'll help you get it installed. To start our installation, we're going to need to drop our exhaust down a little bit. So we're going to take a cam buckle strap and just find a good place to get this put up there. Just want to pull that tight. And that's going to support our exhaust when we break our isolators loose. To make our isolators a little easier to remove, I'm just going to take some dish soapy water and just spray all my isolators. And after we do that, just kind of wiggle them around a little bit, work that soapy water in. Now we could take either a pry bar, or you can use isolator removing pliers, but we just want to get these pushed off of the exhaust studs. After we have all 4 of our isolators removed, we had these 2 back here, and we had the 2 up here by the differential. Now we can just hold up on our exhaust and back off our cam buckle strap. This muffler can be pretty heavy, so make sure you're letting it down nice and easy. And and supporting it well so it doesn't damage anything upstream. On both sides of the rear portion of our frame, we need to pull off these little foam covers. Underneath here, we're going to have our weld nuts, and that is what we're going to mount our hitch to. Now, after we have our weld nuts all opened up, what we're going to do is take a little tube brush and just clean our threads out, make sure we have good and clean threads. And after I do that, usually I'll come back and spray some penetrant in there, and we'll do this on both sides. One of the things I like to do is come back through with some of my hardware and thread it into the weld nuts. That way, I make sure all my hardware is going to go in place, so when I have the hitch in place, it's not going to fight me putting the hardware in, so I'm not struggling holding the hitch in place. It's just kind of a good thing to do. Now we have these bumper alignment pins. These are going to get in the way when we're putting our hitch in place. They're also going to get in the way of our hardware. So you can either bend these down out of the way, but I have a multi-tool cutter, so I'm just going to trim these off and out of the way. After we cut those off, just want to hit those with a little paint so we don't get any corrosion. On our driver's side, we did do a little test fit of putting our hitch in place, and we noticed that we have these two welds that come through the frame right here. We're going to need to get these flattened down flush so we can get our hitch to slide in place. You may or may not have these on yours, so what I'm doing is just taking a burr bit and just going to get these smoothed off, and then we can get our hitch put in place. Now for our hardware, we're going to have our bolts that come in the kit and our conical washers. These are going to have teeth. We want these to be facing the hitch, so we're going to put them together like this, and I like to get them all set up on each side. That way they're ready to go as soon as we get the hitch put in place. Now with an extra set of hands, we'll get our hitch put in place. Now we just want to thread in all of our hardware finger tight. Now we can come back through and snug down all of our hardware. Now we can come back through and torque down all of our hardware to the listed torque specs in our instruction manual. If you don't have a torque wrench, you can get one here at eTrailer, or you can take a look at your local auto parts store and you should be able to rent one. Now that we have everything torqued down, we can come back through and get our exhaust put back in place. A good little trick is to go ahead and respray the insides of your isolators on all of them, and they're going to go back in place for you a whole lot easier. And that was a look at our eTrailer hitch for our 2025 Genesis GV80. I'm Scott with eTrailer, and thanks for watching.